Welcome to Compass for Your Life, and this is your host, Mary Ladybird, creator of Wonder Space. This show is about healing your home and body using sacred Feng Shui. Harmonize your life by creating a harmonious home. Easy and fast ways to improve your life and create wonderful spaces. Let's inspire you to make the best of your space to create your best life possible. Get ready to enjoy this new perspective on home living. Hi, and welcome to the show. Today we are talking about creating the life you want by looking at the challenges you face. So many of us have goals we want to achieve or things we want in our life, but most of the time it's just hard to keep up with the dishes. So how do we go about creating something new in our life when the old keeps getting in the way? I'm going to share with you what has worked for me and the knowledge I have gained along my path and how Feng Shui can help. The best place to start is to really assess where you are right now. So take a moment, stop and look around your home and try to see it with some fresh eyes. What do you notice? And most importantly, how does that make you feel? When you see your exercise bike in the corner of your room that hasn't been used in a year, what kind of feelings come up? Be sure to write them down and move on to the next thing you notice. When you're finished, this list can turn into a checklist, such as sell the exercise bike or commit to riding 15 minutes a day. Imagine what new feelings you would have after making that decision. Now go room by room and write down what you observe. If we are wanting to make changes to our current life, it is essential to explore the energies that are currently around us. You may want to stop and do this now or set a time on your calendar to go through your home. After assessing your home, next you will look internally. What is going well in your life? What are things that are currently not working or are frustrating? And go one step deeper. What has always been an issue for you? Perhaps it's career or finding and keeping jobs has always been difficult. Perhaps it's family relations are a struggle. So take time to really sink into it and take a look at the following categories I've put together. So one is career and purpose. So looking at your current career or something that may be related to your life path or passions. You also have wisdom and spirituality to look at. That's education, self-improvement, spiritual pursuits, family and household. So looking at parents, siblings, relationships, the family you are raising, running the household. Wealth and luxury. So prosperity, fortune, blessings, finer things in life. Appreciation and recognition. So looking at personal recognition or appreciation and how people talk about you. Then there's relationships and partnerships, marriage, romantic relations with others. Children and creativity. So the ability to have children, raising children, creative expression, or bring ideas to life. So then there's mentors and friendships, looking at helpful friends and finding the right people to help you with the things that you need help with in your life. Health and well-being, physical, mental, or emotional health. Now make some notes about each of these categories and even assign a number, 1 through 10. 1 being terrible, frustrating, things that are unchangeable. 10 being bliss and happy and things going really smoothly. The purpose of this exercise will be that we're going to look at the really hard stuff so we can move through it instead of living in it. You may find some resistance shows up when doing this. Just recognize it and say, thank you for showing me there is something here that is painful and that I really need to look at this when I'm ready. One of my favorite quotes is, happiness comes from knowing yourself. And when you know yourself, you know God, source, universe. I'm not sure where that came from, but it really rings true to me. Now, after going through the categories and assessing each one, you may notice or realize a theme or pattern appears. If a couple of categories come up as a lifelong struggle, choose one to work with right now. Perhaps it's the lowest number on the list. Then let's make a list of your beliefs that you have about that issue. For example, if wealth or money has always been a struggle, what do you believe about it? What are your beliefs or thoughts of people that have or don't have money? Have you been in situations that created fear around losing money? Working with these themes and beliefs will open up your perception on how you view reality. Of course, there can be many layers to work through, including past lives, karma, ancestral ties, and so on, that make you realize that you are attached to this life pattern. Now, you don't need to know that where they all come from. Just going through the process I explained will expose the things that were hiding under the surface and now will appear to be worked on. To move through all the layers of the onion, you first have to make the cut to see those layers. So, how do we move from suffering to joy? It's such a simple question that has been attempted to be answered over thousands of years. I can't say I'm the one that finally has an answer for you. The path is going to be different for everyone. However, I can help start that process to find happiness with you. When you work with me, I will see your healing as a collective effort and will help you take the next steps on your path through these layers. I created a meditation to help you find the hidden joy within yourself and your home. You can listen to it for free on my YouTube channel, Wonderspace Feng Shui. Going back to the example of issues around wealth, what are some new beliefs that you can create that would make you feel joy about money? Next to your negative or your current beliefs, write the opposite of what those beliefs would be. So turn, I feel like I'm a slave to money, to money makes me feel expansive and I'm free to use money as I please. After changing the beliefs, you can say out loud, even though I have had these negative beliefs in my life, they are not my reality. I get to choose beliefs for my highest good and greatest potential. Lastly, I would invite you to go back to where we started by looking at your home. See it with fresh potential. What could you move, add, or rearrange that would bring these new beliefs to life right now? Continuing with the wealth example, perhaps you could feng shui your purse. Open it up, do a cleaning, organize it. It could really feel like a fresh start when you're finished and give you a sense that your finances are in order. If you love plants, consider getting a money tree and imagine your finances growing every time you see it. The key with anything is intention. You want the plant to be a trigger to bring in the positive feelings about money. This is different than magical thinking. Just buying a money plant and expecting wealth is not the same thing. For example, Stonehenge could have been just a bunch of rocks, but the intention that was behind its placement and use makes it a tool for manifestation. Get creative and really anything goes. You could even print out your new beliefs in a pretty font and hang it by your desk. The more the object can be seen on a daily basis, the more attention it gets, and the more positive you'll start to feel about it. Where attention goes, energy flows. Just be sure it's positive. I hope this information will help you get started balancing your life with more joy and less strife. Until next time, make your space a wonder space. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please take a moment to leave a review or support this podcast by subscribing. Visit wonderspacefengshui.com for events and other offerings. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode.